Okay, Pisces. So I decided that we're going to be doing a what is changing in your life. I'm going to use two of these cards, Oracle decks, and then we're going to get more information of what to look out for and all kinds of stuff. So I hope you enjoy the message. It's another one that I invented. So let's see. What is changing in your life? I'm going to take this. Oh, look, two. Interesting. Okay, so the first thing we have is the mentor. The second thing we have is the destroyer. Ooh, this looks like a paradox, Pisces. You have the ability to expand, to grow, to learn, to take all the experiences that you've had in your life and that are coming in, to change into what you want to evolve into, or you can quite literally let the shadow version of yourself kind of come forth and then I want to say destroy everything that you're creating. So that's the change that's coming. And the thing about the change, what I've noticed about these readings, it wasn't the intention, but it ended up being this way. It seems to be an impasse. Most of the readings seems to be an impasse, like where you're either deciding one path or the other, and then that seals your fate. I'm going to be using these like planets and oracle decks or whatever to tell you what you should look for out for. First, we're going to look into the mentor. Wait, that's way too many. I only want three because then it gets too long, the reading. Two. I said I only want three and three came out, but we already had one, but whatever, we'll go with that. So the first thing we have is the 12th house. It says seeking oneness with all there is. Philanthropy, and it says keep your involvement hidden, right? So there's a big influence of the 12th house in this. In 12th house, it's kind of you identifying who you want to become in this world. We also have the second house that says patiently, what you want, get what you need. Now, it looks like this decision, the one of the mentorship or whatever, first of all, it's going to be something that you won't be able to reveal to the world for a long period of time. It's something that you're going to have to invest a long time for. And then it's something that also won't be giving you that instant gratification. In other words, you won't be seeing a turnaround in your investment in whatever this is right away. It will be something that will take time and effort for it to grow. So I can see why there's that destroyer energy here, because it literally feels like that one might be the shortcut version. And many of us are tempted with the shortcut version because, work sucks. Right? Having to work and work and work for something kind of sucks. And then we have Uranus. And it says, an unusual example of a different way of looking at an unexpected change. And what this is kind of telling me is that in this exploration, in this mentorship, in this, you see there's an owl flying over a nebulous sky. So it kind of reminds me of in this awakening to a whole new aspect of the world. That means the reason it's going to take a while is because there's habits, there's patterns, there's ways that you do things that are going to be changing. And these things that are going to be changing might be a little difficult for us to do. And that's all of us. We all have that problem, but it does look like it's presenting here. And then we have Leo, leadership, the creativeness of do what you want to end. And the Leo card is talking about that in this path that will take you longer to achieve and for things to go slower and all that kind of stuff. It's one in which you are going to be an example and that other people can use to be like, yeah, I remember this person, how they were, and I now know how they are, and they can move forward. So this one has a lot of really positive potential because what it's doing, it's kind of getting you out of that same chrysalis that you've been in, and it's like peeling back the layers of you so that you can reveal who you really are and what you're supposed to do in this world. Here is cards of what to do. 3, please. This is the reason I think you're not going to want to do this. The second card that flew out. This is why the destroyer card seems very tempting. But the first thing that comes out is the 9 of the Knight of Coins. First frustration that I'm seeing is that this is a slow process. It's going to take a long time for you to see the turnaround of your investment. It's going to take a long time of you growing. It's going to cause blood, sweat, and tears. It's not something that, instant gratification is not going to happen. Secondly, we have the Tower card, and this is the one that came out second that I was telling you is probably the reason why you're not going to want to do this, because this is why the other option seems so tempting, okay? Because the Tower card means that you're going to see a lot of chaos, a lot of destruction, a lot of negative things happen in your life because things have to fall out of your life. So this would be like friends breaking up, family members not seeing eye to eye anymore, get-togethers not being how they used to be, work not functioning how you have to be, and you have to look for something else. So it's like the belief systems that you used to use to make yourself feel better are no longer working in the way they used to. Things like that, where it's destroying the structures that you created. It's something that happens with magic a lot, and I think that's why people like try to move away from it, and why they're fearful of it is that we have a lot of wishes and desires, and when we pray to something outside of ourselves that is supposed to manifest this, then we're just sitting and waiting for that thing to bring us whatever it is that's supposed to come and bring us, and it will and it won't. It doesn't really matter. It's just you're just sitting and waiting, like a chicken sitting on the egg waiting until it hatches, right? When you do magic, you're literally saying, I want it, but I want it now. And so in doing so, you're creating chaos and destruction so that you can get that faster. But it's something that is positive because it breaks down the walls that are limiting you. But it also means it's breaking down the walls that are limiting you, right? And so two things that I'm seeing that might make you want to go towards the destroyer side is this energy of it's going to take too long and it's going to break up everything that you feel comfortable with right now, all your security blankets. And then the third thing is the Queen of Wands. But look at it, does the same thing that it tells you here, the leadership energy that falls right under the Leo energy. And the Queen of Wands is one where she takes no prisoners. It's like, I know what I want. I'm going to go for it. I know I deserve it. I know I'm going to move towards it. This is the person that they're wanting you to move towards. And if they're wanting you to move towards that, then that means that you're presenting a lot, like in the shadow aspects of Pisces, where, they're in their minds, they're in their imaginations, they're in their feelings, but it kind of slows them down instead of allowing them to move forward. And no judgment, just saying what like the signs are all about. So what I'm seeing here is that this mentorship energy, the mentor energy, what it's doing is that it's developing you to become the mentor. But the only way that you become a guru, or you become a mentor, you become a spiritual leader, or you become a world leader, is to have gone through a good world leader. Let me rephrase that, is to have gone through the struggles and the understanding of the struggles so that you can become who you're supposed to become, and then you're able to leave those in a very positive way. So this is one thing that might be changing in your life, and this is the other energy, which is the destroyer. And if I'm looking in this aspect, this can actually be this energy of the Tower, but the destroyer, if you see in the background, there's like wolves eyes there stuck in this little bubble, and that one seems very interesting. So let's see with the planetary placements what that's about. 3 cards, okay? What to look out for. That one. Again, like a mess of cards. Like 4 cards flew out. That's too many. Let's do just 2 more. Oh, look at that. They're so nice. They gave me 2 more. Okay, so first thing that comes out is in the 9th house, it says spiritual value, long range thinking or travel. What is to be shared? Okay. The second thing I'm seeing is this card that's the 10th house. How interesting, 9 and 10, which is your destiny, where you are going, your career. And the third thing that comes out is the 3rd house, and it says your ideas, short-term thinking, and trips. Who or what is around you? All right, look. The way that I'm looking at this is that the energy of the destroyer is kind of something where you're going to want to stick with your guns in what it is that you believe that you need to do for your life. Okay. It's very short term thinking is what I'm feeling very strongly there. It's very, what you're connected to, what you're used to, the patterns that you're used to, and not wanting to move away from them. Right. Honestly, God has a way, or the universe has a way of just, when we want to forcefully go in one direction, um, like to veer us back to where we're supposed to be. I don't feel like you're going to stay in this energy, but it looks like I know what I believe. I know how I believe it. This is what I'm talking about. It's just, this is the truth. This is the truth based on my viewpoints and how the world is and blah, blah, blah. And, it's just the path I'm in. This is why I picked this profession. This is why I picked this life. This is why I picked all the people I'm around, because this is the truth of the world. And it's like the immediate thinking, right? So I feel like this energy here is linked to how you grew up, what they taught you, how you're is supposed to move forward in your life, because that's the way it's always been. Um, and for some strange reason, now that I'm like, I saw the Tower card over here, the destroyer kind of does feel like that's going to be breaking down, even though you don't want it to. So let me get more on that. What to do? 3 cards, please. This is why you don't want to change. This is why you don't want to change, okay? Because you're happy, Pisces. So we have the 10 of Cups. And the 10 of Cups is literally like, you're very content in the life that you have right now. All right? And that's wonderful. Um, we we come to periods in our lives where we're very content, we're very happy and stuff like that, and we want to stay in that bliss forever. The problem is that, we came to change, to evolve, to grow, and to continue moving forward. And the fact that you're in bliss tells me that you're a person that you went through the struggle and you went through the things and you expanded and you got to the level that you are right now. But now they're telling you, hey, but we want you to elevate even more. And the reason I'm saying that is because we have the 3 of Wands, and this is an escalation. So it's kind of like you're leveling up again. And anybody that's spiritual in any way knows that a level up is amazing when you get there. But the process of getting there is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Just being honest. It's just kind of like everything turns into chaos for a little bit before you get there. All right. And then you have the 10 of Swords. You see what I'm saying? Like we have the 10-10 right here, like the 10, the happy joy 10 to the destruction 10. And in the middle is an opportunity to grow and expand, and an elevation, like a spiritual, it feels like a spiritual soul kind of elevation that creates this chaos. So it's not somebody sending negative thoughts towards you or whatever. It's more of, I just heard the wolf is looming. I don't know why I heard that, but it's not something negative. What it is that, okay, like you grew out of those shoes, they're going to start feeling very uncomfortable and you're going to have to change your shoes off. That's what it feels like here. And it's because you're moving into an energy that is preparing you to be a teacher for somebody else, a guide for somebody else, a guru for somebody else in a very positive way. But you need to go through this experience of moving forward. Okay, so if you are the person you are right now, right, and everything stays exactly how it is right now, I want to know like how this transition is going to play out, because this feels like a transition. It feels like you either accept that changes are going to come, things are going to be difficult, and you're going to move into this leadership position, or you can deny it and have to struggle a little bit more to get to the point of accepting so that you can move in that direction. This is this is so funny. It's funny and not funny, but it happens to all of us. So let's see, 3 cards for that. Where you're at right now and how this is going to turn out with this transition. I wanted 3, but 2 flew out. Um, we have the 4 of Wands. See, this is the content energy I'm telling you. I don't know if this is work or this is at home, but you're very, very content. You feel stable, you feel safe, you feel secure. But then look at what happens. We have the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is all of a sudden something happens that creates a freeze in your environment. This is the chaos I'm seeing that's going to come. That and so I guess I'm telling you in ahead of time so you don't freak out, because this chaos is like the platform for your ascension. So I'm preparing you so that you know that don't lose your stuff. Yes, it's going to be terrible. Take a breath, come back to yourself, center yourself, because this is just like a platform to jump forward. You've done this before. It really sucked the first time or the second time or the third time, because a lot of us go through a lot of these sometimes, depending on how much spiritual work you do to heal yourself. um but it's just going to be like a launching pad to the next thing. It's just that while you're flying in the air, things are going to seem a little bit fucked up. All right. And then we have the Queen of Cups. Do you see how she's holding her cup? Like, no, I don't want to give this up. Like, I'm happy where I am. What the hell are you doing? Right. But then here we go with the Death card. It's just um it's like a reveal, because this Death card specifically really calls to me about like a reveal, right, where um your worst case scenario shows up in front of you, and then it pulls back because you have no other choice. You start working towards it, you pull back the veil, and then you realize, oh, this isn't that big a deal, and now it's time for me to show others this is not that big a deal. That you can overcome it too. Like, let's be honest, the majority of the people that are like gurus and people that are spiritually inclined now, and like motivational speakers and stuff, they've gone through it. They've gone through it a lot. And so when they tell you something, and this is something I tell a lot of my clients that come to the door, I'm like, when I tell you something, it's because now I'm not saying I'm the same as you, because we all have different mindsets and we have all different ways that and expressions that we have in this world. But I'm expressing to you what you're potentially thinking at this time, how you're potentially feeling, how the negative aspects of yourself, because I've been there. I was that. and then and so this is what I'm seeing here. Like, you're literally going to be going through it because you're going to be somebody's mentor. You're going to be somebody's teacher. You're going to be somebody's guide, because the experience that you have will help another to become, right, to evolve, to expand in a way that's going to be positive. In other words, this is how we are God present in this world, right, where we are here to live these experiences, overcome these experiences, and then be the person that lives the next person up. So I mean, I think I really like your energy right now, because it's kind of something where you're being helped to be a guru and to be somebody that can help somebody else in the future. It's just, I'm letting you know that it is going to be like something that's going to really rattle your cage. Um, and it's going to upset your happy, right? But it's not so that you can stay there. All right. I hope that you like experience it, are able to process it, turn it around, and then use it for your benefit. All right. We'll see you the next time.